Welcome everyone, welcome back to my Rimworld Let's Play series. We're going to continue in the Boreal forest where Doc made some pretty good improvements last week. And this is the last week of winter, so we can see if Doc will survive until spring. Last episode we started smoothing out the walls to improve the beauty of our room. And we killed two of our Labradors and we saved one of them. At the moment we're going to try and train the Labrador to haul. Obviously, we want it to survive, so we also make a zone for it where we can place its food. The zone I've placed here is still a default setting, so I need to change that so we can have food. I don't want the meals in, but just normal foods, raw foods, vegetables, pemmican, kibble, everything is fine for the Labrador. Right after Doc finishes smoothing the wall, we can see her take away the components, but she's not placing any food yet. Instead, she's continuing with smoothing the wall. This is because both storages have the same priority, and we actually want the food place for the Labrador to have a higher priority. This way, we are sure our pet has something to eat at all times. In the meanwhile, we can see our visitor, who's actually a tamer, is helping us taming the dog, and thereby reaching level 2 of the guard skill. The elk over here has self-tamed in the last episode and is ours as well. Shortly after Doc starts slaughtering the Labradors, a warg gets the same idea. However, the warg is gonna hunt our last living Labrador, which is obviously a shame, but at the moment I don't have any means of taking on a warg. I don't have any weapons to do that, so I'm not gonna put myself at risk. However, I am gonna slaughter this elk now before it also falls victim of one of the predators around the map. And while the warg is wandering around, we're also gonna retrieve the Labrador. It was ours to start with, so makes more than sense. Then we can also eat it. And luckily, we didn't get emotionally attached too much. To improve Doc's crafting skill, we're also gonna do some tailoring. We still have our pants to make, and after that, Doc can continue with smoothing out the walls. Due to the fibrous mechanites, we also need a lot of sleep still, and this is going to be a repeating thing this episode. I'll try to skip as much as possible, but it's something we have to deal with. Doc continues smoothing the walls again, and we can see our fridge is full, and we need to do something about that. During the winter, we can still keep our stuff outside, but as soon as summer will reach us, then we're gonna need more space in the fridge. Also, we need air conditioning first, so I don't know if it's gonna be an issue this summer, but we definitely need to keep an eye on it. After chopping up some stones, it's time for bed. And we see we also have some steel walls over here, which we're gonna replace with granite. This way we have our building somewhat fireproof for the future episodes. We haven't had a raid yet, but I'm expecting a raid either this or next episode. Randy is quite easy on us at the moment. Could be the settings, maybe I should turn it up a bit, but we'll see. If you have any suggestions on that, please let me know. As of today, I saw I have 4 subscribers. I want to say thank you. I didn't expect it this early on to have some subscribers, but yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate your support, and if you have any other suggestions about the gameplay or how I'm handling stuff, please let me know. After the construction process, Doc is finally back to research. This is also going to be a recurring event, and we need to get the electricity as soon as possible. While playing Hoopstone, however, Doc notices the meat still outside, and we need to fix that. Any warg or other predator can eat that, and we want it for ourselves. So put it back in the fridge. I also made a board game called the Game of This will let us do the recreation inside instead of outside, which is better for several reasons. In this case, it's safer inside, temperature's better inside, and she can also do it from the stool, which gives her more comfort. So meanwhile, we have a few events. We have an eclipse, which won't bother us that much. We're not using solar energy. So the only negative about that is we have a dark environment outside, which makes us a little less effective. Next to that, we also have visitors. And we're going to see if we have something to trade. So here they are. You can see that we have a couple of things we can sell. We're going to sell our parka and our pants because we're still wearing the tribal wear. And we're going to sell our penoxycyllin. We're going to buy all their herbal medicine and have enough of that. And I think we're also going to buy the pemmican, use it for a food source, and it's going to last us quite some while. And with summer coming, we can use it. Plus, we can get rid of some more penoxycyllin this way and have the most out of the trip. So at the moment, we have our first silver. I'm going to save up a lot for that. I want to buy some clothes, and I hope a decent gun in the near future. And then we're actually a little bit safer ourselves. While Doc is cleaning her cabin a bit, the visitors are leaving, and they're giving us, I think, is one of the best gifts that we could get at the moment. We get 5 normal medicine, which is awesome. Thank you, strangers. Shortly after the visitors left, we had another group of visitors. They didn't have anything to trade, but they do leave us a gift, and this is a cowboy hat, which could be useful during the summer. In the Boreal forest, the temperatures can reach up to 30 degrees, so it will definitely help us then. As I like to keep stuff organized, I made a shelf. I'm gonna keep my medicine in this shelf. If Doc is ever long-lasting sick or bedridden or whatever, then we have the medicine close and she doesn't need to travel far. Plus, I just like it when stuff is nice and tidy. I like my stockpiles. I like them with a lot of shelves. You're gonna see that later on in this episode. I like to clean up the rooms. I like to have it organized, and I try to do that as much as possible. After some sleep and some self-tending, Doc continues with the research. We're still researching the electricity. And next to that, I am going to make the room a little bit nicer by smoothing out the floor as well. I'm going to do this in small bits, so we can also do stuff in between. This is a quite lengthy process, but it's worth the while, I think. One of the plus sides, it doesn't cost us any materials. After finishing, it's time for another research session. However, that gets interrupted by our first raid. So we have another visitor at the map. This one is far from friendly, however, and he's going to attack immediately. So this is my first raid in the series, and editing it will be a challenge for me. I want you guys to enjoy the fight. I want you to see most of it. I don't want you to see me running around all the time. So yeah, I did my best on this part of the edit to make it as enjoyable as possible, but not boring. If you have any comments or if you would like to see stuff in a different way, please let me know and I will address this in the next episode. However, for now we need to deal with the situation. I'm gonna meet him head up so he can't destroy anything at the cabin. And I'll hope the bow is good enough to keep him at distance. Doc's shooting skill isn't great, but got the first hit, and he didn't hit us yet. We did slow him down one bit, so we can run away and repeat the tactic. Second hit is in. He's still walking quite fast. Third hit is in, but we also receive our first hit. Let's check in the health tab how serious this injury is. At the moment our right foot is hurt. This could be bad because we're a little bit slower. However, we do hit him quite a lot of times now, and I think he's probably bleeding out. It'll be a matter of time, and we'll try to get him down before he actually bleeds out because, yeah, we're not going to wait on that. As you can see, I used the hit and run tactic. I think it's the best tactic at this part of the game. Just need to land a couple of hits. not received too much. We just received our second hit. Not leaving a blood trail just yet, so I don't think we're bleeding out. At the moment we do have a major break risk, so we want to end the fight as soon as possible to avoid a mental breakdown. Still running around. We're faster than the enemy, so it's a viable tactic at the moment. And we'll see if we can get him down with a few shots. However, Doc's shooting skill is not great, and she misses almost every shot. So we're running a little bit further again. Good thing is we're getting closer to our base, so we don't need to haul the stuff back as far as we normally would. We're going to move up to the entrance a little bit and see if we can pick him off when he goes around the corner. However, the enemy loses interest and sees our base as a possible target. He starts hitting our vent, and it's actually quite a narrow position, and we need to get dangerously close to actually hit the guy. After we hit him, he starts attacking us again and lands a hit because we are so close we can't get away this fast. I'm going to try the same thing again, and after 2 hits we finally downed our first raider. However, it's no time for a party. Doc got hit a couple of times, and we do need to tend to that. And because of the fibrous mechanites, she's probably exhausted. So after tending to her wounds, she will go straight to bed. While Doc is sleeping, we get our first quest, and the quest usually wants you to go to a different place in the world. So we're going to take a look at it. We can get a revolver, which would be quite good for us, and a great bow wouldn't be too bad either. However, the quest is 2 days, or 2.7 days even, to go to, and then we also need to go back, and yeah, I don't want to leave this place alone for that amount of time. So we'll do some more quests later on when we have some more colonists, but at the moment we'll keep Doc on this map as much as possible. After some hauling and cleaning, it's back to bed for Doc, and in the morning we can see her fully healed again. We also need to do some repairs on the base, so we do the vent at first. And after playing some game of it's again time for some research. In the meanwhile, we can plan out our crops. We're gonna do some rice and some hill root. This will get us through the summer without much hunting. And it seems this episode was quite stressful for Doc as he mentally breaks down and goes into a sad wander state. This is just some wandering around the map, and after that she'll go to bed. And with this, we're going to wrap up this episode. If you like what you saw, please leave a like, maybe even subscribe. And for the people that already subscribed, thanks a lot. I appreciate your support, and I hope to see you in the next episode.